Welcome to the official FIU Honors College podcast, Panthers Unleashed. I am your host, Maciel Gonzalez. Join us as we dive into the stories, passions, and discoveries of our boldest students, faculty, and alumni. Let's dive into today's episode. Hi everyone, welcome back to Panthers Unleashed. I am your host, Maciel Gonzalez, and today I'm here with Wilkin Caseres.
What's up, guys?
I'm so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here. This is awesome. This has been fantastic.
So today, I'm going to be here talking with Wilkin, and if you don't know him, he's everywhere on campus. This man's like busy.
Am I really? Is that what you think?
I think so. I think you're out here like doing a lot. But if you don't know who Wilkin is, I'm going to give a brief introduction of just everything he does here on campus. So Wilkin is the SGA Vice President, and he's a proud member of the Honors College and an active leader in Greek life and several other student organizations. And from career events to student orgs or study abroad, Wilkin has taken full advantage of the Honors College and everything that it has to offer. So today we're going to dive into several topics, including his leadership journey and how the Honors College has shaped his school experience.
That was a really good introduction.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I did my research.
Some light.
So we're going to start by, can you tell us a little bit about yourself other than what I just told everyone, and what brought you to FIU Honors College?
Yeah, so I'm Wilkin Caseres, obviously. Yes, I'm the SGA Vice President. I'm a double major in accounting and finance, but I do have intentions of going to law school after that. So that's something a little different about me. Again, I've served in several different positions and different communities here on campus. I was the former president of SIGEP, the biggest fraternity on campus. I was the finance chair for Relay for Life, as well as finance chair for SGA Senate. That's how I actually started in student government, and I'm the vice president. And I'm currently now also the finance chair of Eco Business Group. And outside of campus, I'm a part of Baptist Giving Society. So I'm involved in many different things, and I love being active in the community. And what brought me to the Honors College is, it's actually a funny story. So my dad went to FIU for his master's in accounting. And he tells me, man, you got to go to FIU. I knew I was going to FIU since junior year. I'm like, this is where I want to be. I'm not going away.
You're like, I'm going to be a Panther.
Yeah, I'm going to be a Panther.
Here.
I was sold on it because he told me, and I did the research. Mm-hmm. Great business school, great statistics. They're on the rise. And I'm staying home and I'm saving a bunch of money, and I have great scholarships. So
exactly.
To me, that was ideal. But everyone wanted to leave in high school. I'm sure it was the same for you.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I knew I wanted to be a Panther, and I was also an AP student, and I love challenging myself academically. So when I heard about the Honors College, I was like, oh, this is fantastic. So my dad tells me, hey, you should apply. And I even think they give you your own parking spaces, which was not true.
No, I have, that would be news to me. I don't know that yet, unless, you guys can comment. You guys can let us know. If there's Honors College, parking spaces, please, because Gold Garage, menace.
Cooked.
It's awful. Okay. Anyways, continue.
So I was like, this sounds awesome. Exclusive parking spots for Honors College students. That's it for me. That has my name right over it. That has my name all over it. I don't care anything else. I'm doing it. Boy, was I wrong. I went to Student Admittance Day, and that's like an event. I don't know if you went maybe, but
yeah, I did.
They make FIU like Disney World there. And you walk through it, and then that's when you get to check your admissions. You got to talk to different administrators that are in admissions. And I talked to Ricky Saying, he's actually a professor in the Honors College now. And he's helping me through it. I accept, my admission to be in FIU. And then I automatically get, the opportunity to be part of the Honors College because I had the test scores and the GPA. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm accepting right now. I can't wait for those parking spaces. And he's like, what do you mean the parking spaces?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I'm like, the parking spaces, the exclusive parking spaces they give to Honors College students.
Oh, no.
And he's like, no, we don't got that over here. But we got priority registration. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So,
no, I think that's that's better. Priority registration, because registration day is also, I feel like it's a Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Everybody's
it's a mess.
It's awful. It's awful. And it's it's so sad, when you want to enroll in a class and it's gone in seconds.
I have friends that tell me all the time that aren't in the Honors College or don't have the priority. They're like, man, I had to take this class from 6 to 9, and it's with the priority registration you get to pick your own schedule. It gives you
before everybody else.
It's awesome.
So that's a big flex.
So that's how I landed in the Honors College.
Okay, well that's really crazy. That's actually very funny. But now let's move on to just your different positions and all that. So as you mentioned, you're currently the SGA Vice President.
Yeah.
So how has being a part of the Honors College influenced your leadership journey? How has the Honors College helped you take on leadership roles around campus?
I think for me, it's and it goes back to what I said earlier, it's challenged me to be in, different rooms with different people. And a lot of these honors college students, they're super bright, intelligent people. And so having conversations with them, trying to excel myself in academics, and that kind of has pushed me. And I think it's academically, since it's pushed me, it's kind of carried over into different areas in leadership. So when I went into leadership and I started getting into different things around campus and different groups, it just pushed me to be the best person I possibly could be in any of those positions. So meeting those honors college students, and then the great thing about that too is a lot of these honors college students, like Maciel, are super duper involved, and they'll give you the connections that you need to go ahead and succeed and get to know people and get to where you want to be.
I feel like a very big thing is like I always like live by this like rule. It's like it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Exactly.
And if I did another podcast with the former dean of the law school, Dean Page, nice. and he said something that like it's like the same phrase but like different. It's like it's about like who you know, but it's what you know that will get you to places.
So true. It's so true. It's all about the people,
It really is.
Making those connections. And people call it networking, but I don't even know if it's the right word. Like, it's just I think networking is so, like, surface level.
Yeah.
I think the more you get to develop, I call it relationship building. Like, the more you get to develop a relationship with different types of people on campus, even if it's not, like, even if it's a hello, but the fact that you had a conversation with that person and you have established, common ground with them, it can benefit you in the future. You don't know who you're talking to, at any point, or who you're coming across with on
exactly.
campus.
And I feel like the honors college, like, creates such, like, a strong community. And, like, you meet honors college students everywhere from all sorts of like majors and like who have different like career paths. So to be honest, like you never know who you're gonna meet.
And the great thing too as well in the leadership positions, when you say that you're an honors college student, like if it's another person that's hearing you that's in the honors college, again it establishes that that common ground. But then for the non-honors student, it's like, oh wow, like they kind of respect you or revere you in a way that it's like, oh, he's in the honors college, he's committed to his academics. Like it gives you a different level of esteem with them. And I think with administrators it's the same. You tell an administrator that you're in the honors college, it's like when you're on FIU campus, they think that's amazing too. So that's how it's helped me in like leadership positions, and that's how the honors college has helped me in different leadership positions in FIU.
Wonderful. So now we're going to move on to something that we've talked about. So you've told me that you've been working closely with Dean Espinosa to encourage more honor students to get involved in other student organizations around campus, whether it be Greek Life or even SGA.
Yeah.
So my question would be, what initiative or strategies are you most excited to boost to honors engagement outside the classroom?
Yeah. So one of the things we did this year, and I want to keep it going for this upcoming year, is inserting the honors college in any place possible. So, for example, last year I was a business editor within Student Government Association, and what that means is basically I represent the business students here at FIU, and I can plan different events, different socials, anything's really possible with the position. It's very free-flowing. And one of the things I thought of was, well, wouldn't it be a great idea to go ahead and have all the business organizations, RSOs, organizations on campus in the GC lawns tabling, and trying to go ahead and recruit different, business students or different students that are passing by. I thought that was a fantastic idea. But then it occurred to me, you know what? Let's insert the honors college here. Even though it's not intuitive to think, oh, like honors college should be here, like an honors college booth should be here. It's those types of decisions that you make to go ahead and include a college like the honors college that'll help students go ahead and see, oh, like the honors college is here, let me go ahead and talk to them. Or you introduce them to, whoever's tabling that is for the honors college. And it just boosts the brand more, and it goes and pushes people to go ahead and wonder like, oh my gosh, like the honors college is here at this SGA event. Like, so those type of collaborations I think are important for recruiting people to go ahead and join the honors college. And it brings, it all goes back to inserting, even though again it's not intuitive, putting the honors college in different places, in different career fairs, into different, any opportunity that you can possibly do. It's a great look for the brand and great look for the college.
I completely agree, and it's surprising to think that, yes, there's a lot of students who are involved in the honors college, but there's a lot of people that don't know all of the benefits that come from being part of the honors college, or don't know everything that the honors college can provide you, whether you want to do research or partake in a study abroad, which we will get in touch with that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that fun stuff. But people don't really know everything that the Honors College has to offer. And again, going to events, whether it be like provided or in collaboration with SGA or just with anything, are very important because you never know what you're gonna learn.
Never. And you know what? I always hear this all the time myself. I always hear, hey, I'm not gonna do the Honors College because it's extra classes. I think to me, that's so silly. Like,
that is very silly.
That's far from the truth. You go ahead and you have so many benefits. You get unique scholarship opportunities. You get to meet with different administrators. You get in touch with a whole bunch of people. Again, it's all about that network, that group of people that you go ahead and meet and you come into contact with. That's super crucial. And then you have priority registration. Like, that's like a slam dunk to me.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned like the classes because I don't think it's extra classes that you have to take that, and not even that many if I'm correct. But now that we're getting into classes, I mean, you took 2 honors classes for the Spain Study Abroad.
I did.
With the professor Nurka Marquez.
The one and only.
You're the one and only who does our Spain Study Abroad. So tell me, how was those classes? How was your study abroad?
It was so fantastic. What I like about the study abroad experience is you go in, you take it for a whole semester in the spring, you learn the textbook aspect of it. And while in the moment it might not feel like, oh my gosh, like this is like I have to write a paper on this or I have to give an explanation for this. At the end of the day, you're in college, like it's just part of the workload. But you go ahead and you do that, you get that aspect and you get to learn the country you're going to. And then when you finally get to the place you're going to, you get to live it. And you get to see it on the street. And you get to go ahead and you get to understand the place you're in and the culture you're surrounded by. So to me, that was the coolest part. And then the other thing too for me was building a community with those 18 students that I went with. Us going out to go ahead and go eat, doing different things all together. Not just like the everyday, all planned in the itinerary stuff, but, having those conversations and getting close as a class, to me, was one of the best experiences you could ever have. And I made a lot of great friends out of it. And we're still hanging out to this day. I just got out of the abroad maybe 2 weeks ago, and we've already hung out a couple times after that. So it really allows you to go ahead and meet a different set of people that you would have maybe met before. And you get to learn about yourself while you're in the country and get to take a piece of that country back to you when you return.
I think that's very beautiful. And I've, like you, other people who have done study abroad have, only the best things to say about study abroad. I have not heard a single person say that they hated their study abroad experience.
Yeah.
At all.
You know what's the craziest part, too? It's like, you get together you get close as a class. Because, I mean, it generally ranges from 15 to 20 people from what I understand. My class was 18 people.
Yeah.
You get to meet so many different people, but you also form your own even smaller group. The whole class was friends with each other, and we all went out together, and we all did different things together. But you get to form a smaller and tighter group, and those are the people that you're going to go ahead and carry back to Miami, and you're going to continue to develop and build that relationship. That to me was super, super, something I wasn't expecting, but I'm super glad I came back with.
And now, continuing off of the study abroad, the courses that you took, what would you say are the topics or experiences from that class and the study abroad that resonated with you? And how has this international experience impacted your academic and personal growth?
So I'm an accounting and finance major. It's all numbers. It's all, statistics, things of that sort. It's all facts.
That's literally my personal nightmare.
Yeah.
My personal nightmare is that.
It's all cold blood facts. We're looking at financial statements, there's not really much to it. But this, I think this experience brought me a different element of my education where I got to be more cultured. Some of my favorite topics were flamenco. Spain is famous for the flamenco, and we actually got to see a show together. And then the group outside, and that was part of our itinerary going into it. But we decided we loved it so much, we were going to watch another one. We watched another one amongst ourselves. Super cool. That to me, and the way they explained it, the way the art was made, is super interesting. If you have the time to research it, it's a very in-depth history, and there's a lot that goes into it with the Roma people. But that's something that I did not expect. I didn't realize it was so big, or it had so much significance behind it. I thought it was just a dance, but so much significance behind it in culture. There's another topic called El Duende, which is basically something I had never heard before prior to Spain. And when you say duende in Spanish, I don't know if you're Hispanic.
I am.
When you think of duende, you think of a little elf. That's what it means to me. But it's in Spain, it's far from an elf. It's an emotional state you get to when you're performing an art. So you're a figure skater, right? When you get in the zone?
Yeah.
That's duende. Like it's that duende, a heightened state of emotion or passion when you're doing an art or you're conveying something or doing something. That's duende. And what's cool about that is that have felt that feeling before in many different things. I come from a theater background, interestingly enough. And
Wait, that's crazy. Okay,
yeah,
continue.
I'm a theater kid, which is
okay.
I think it's one of the best things you can do, but we can talk about that later.
Okay.
And different sports, but you get in that zone. And I never really had a word for that besides getting in the zone, that term. But I thought it was so cool that type of thought is like in a different language, and they have their own word for it, and like they express it all the time. I thought that was super cool. So flamenco and duende were my two favorite topics by far in that course.
Wow. Okay. So I learned a couple new things now, like from your study abroad experience.
Yeah.
And I think that that's wonderful. And now we're going to move into like more, again, involvement on campus. We're leaving Spain for a little bit. We're coming back to campus. Bye-bye. So how has your involvement here helped you build like a network, or as you've been saying, relationship building, or a community that supports your ambitions or your goals?
I think a lot of students on campus, I think they get it twisted. I think that you reaching out and you extend your hand and you saying, hey, like you putting yourself out there is only going to help you. And I think if you go ahead and help some other people, they'll help you back. People are willing to help you if you ask for help. Like this is exactly how I got on the podcast. I literally told myself, hey, I just saw you just became the new podcast person for Panthers Unleashed. I want to go ahead and do it. Can we make it possible? And it's like just putting yourself out there. And if you get if you get a rejection, that's fine. You move on. But at least you say you did it. And I'm a person that, I believe in turning every rock, turning every stone to every possibility and opportunity. And I think that as you come across on campus, the more you build, the more you talk to people and you help them with whatever they need. Hey, hey, what's up with this? Oh, you're struggling with this on campus. You're in this organization. Hey, let me help you out with that. They tend to give back to you. And that's so important, and that's how a relationship works. It's a two-way street. You go ahead and help each other and, you continue to grow with one another. So that's really helped me on campus.
I think that's very important. I think putting yourself out there, although it may sound scary, I think it's so important. And you only have you just have to gain a lot from it, right? Like you get a rejection. Okay, rejection is redirection. Like if that wasn't meant for you, like you have there's other plans, there's other things out there. Like just because one person or one thing one person says no, or one thing doesn't work out, doesn't mean like the world is ending or like you can't accomplish things. There's other ways, there's other people out there. So I think that it's very important to put yourself out there, especially to create like good connections, good relationships, to have a mentor here on campus, or to have a community of students and peers who can just like help you with your academics or with anything, really.
And I think one of the biggest things too is people say like, oh, it's like risky. I think at the end of the day, if you look at it if you look at it from another perspective, it's not. You only have to gain, like you said. I think that was super crucial what you said right there. You only have to gain from that. So you taking that risk or taking that leap will only get you further. And once you do it one time, once you do it a second time, a third time, it becomes so easy for you. And it's so okay. Like you continue to grow off of it, and it makes you ultimately a better person. So yeah.
No, I believe that too. So now moving on to like what motivates you to stay involved in the Honors College and just overall your campus-wide leadership roles?
Yeah, so it started when I came in. I didn't know I wanted to be super involved on campus. I had an idea, like I thought like, okay, student government, even though I come from a finance and accounting background, I thought student government for me was like something cool to get involved on campus with. But when I came in, the Honors College really resonated with me, and why I continue to come back here is because, when we had the orientation, FIU's a school of 55,000 students. It's a big campus and a lot of people in it. The Honors College made it feel so much smaller. Like it made it feel like another school.
More of like a family.
More of like a family, and like different programming events. They had a whole separate orientation for us, a whole set of different things and different opportunities we could have. And so to me, that was like, wow, like that's fantastic. I think I want any student I come across with to go ahead and look at that opportunity and see if like it's really worth it for them. So that to me was the reason why I come back to the Honors College. And I'm always the type of person to go ahead and push myself further and continue to, reach the things I want to and see, how far I can go with it. So to me, I always come back to the Honors College because I see the value in it.
I think that that's a very beautiful answer. I really like that. I really like that because I do agree. The Honors College has so much to offer, and I always find myself coming back here and like doing a lot. I was also in the same boat as you when I came to like FIU and the Honors College. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get too involved on campus because I was never really the type of person to get super involved. But then I was like, I gotta put myself out there.
Yeah.
I gotta go try things.
And now she's everywhere.
No.
This is Madam President of Phi Alpha Delta. You're a figure skater. She's got it all. She's got it all.
I'd be busy too. So, okay, wait. So you mentioned you're a theater kid. We're going to go back to that.
Let's do it. Let's run it back.
Let's run it back. How has that, do you think that that's helped you with like your any role that you have on campus or just anything that you've partaken? Is there anything that you take from that and like has been helpful?
100%. 100%. So I actually started theater when I was around 13 in like middle school. I started with that. And the reason why was because I wanted to have the ability to go ahead and go anywhere at any point, any stage, and feel comfortable on that stage. So being theater, playing different characters and that art, to me really helped me build the confidence to go ahead and, enter rooms I'm maybe not comfortable with. And just, playing a character, at the end of the day, you try to be yourself at any moment, but there's at certain moments that you have to be different versions of yourself, right? Like you have to go ahead and enter a room with confidence. When you're going into that interview, you have to be, the person that is at home is not the person entering the interview. You know what I mean? Like there's different sides to you, right? So to me, theater really helped me express that in an art. And then when it came to public speaking, it really helped me with everything with that. So when I came to FIU, all of the things I learned in theater, all of the things and the ways I had to communicate within that art, it really translated to everything I had to do here. So I recommend everyone to try out theater. I know it's not for everybody.
Everyone, be a theater kid.
Listen. I got so involved in it that I was the president. And that's how I started with leadership too. I was the president for 2 years
of his theater club.
Of the theater school, the theater club in my school for 2 years. I did it for 2 years, and that to me was a great experience. Went on campus, took everything I learned with me, and here I am. It's just helped me really express myself, helped me enter different rooms. It's a fantastic experience, and I think it's a skill. You gain a skill from it that is super needed right now in the world. People and different employers and people are looking for people that are outgoing, people that are willing to put themselves out there, people that are able to communicate, and theater really helps with that. So
well, now you went from like the theater stage to now different stage.
Yeah, I had to change it up. I had to, I'm a little bit different now. I'm presidential now. What can I say? No, but at the end of the day, like in my heart, I'll always be a theater kid, and that's something I put out there all the time because I think it's cool. Like people can maybe see it's nerdy, but I think at the end of the day, you feel how real it is when you're up on that stage. And when you're ready for that, and you're ready for that moment, and you've been preparing for that, and that's all you've done for the majority of your life. Like you're far off, and you're so much past everybody else. So theater is a great art if you want to get into it. FIU has a great theater school. I've been to some of the plays, and I loved it. I've really grown to love it since then.
And now, moving on, we're getting close to the end, sadly. This has been a very wonderful conversation. But what do you think makes the Honors College experience unique?
Well, I've been to different universities. I've seen what different universities have done. Based off of just student government activities and having to be getting familiar with different institutions. I've never seen an honors college program tailor a study abroad. Like I haven't seen. At least in Florida, I haven't seen it. It's not in Gainesville. It's not in Tallahassee. I haven't seen that. So that's super unique. Having professors in an honors college take you to a study abroad, and the topics that they cover are super different here. So that to me is super different. The things that the perks and the things that they do, like priority registration, all those types of things make the honors college unique. The people you come in contact with here, I think too, the biggest aspect of it, and this is the biggest aspect for me, FIU is different from any other school in Florida. It's a commuter school. A lot of people are coming from around the Miami area, and of course you have people that are coming from out of state, but really it's labeled a commuter school. And so everything about FIU makes it different, and I think that makes the honors college unique too, because you get to go ahead and meet and be closer with people that you wouldn't have been if you weren't in the honors college. Oftentimes I see students, they go ahead and if they don't get involved on campus or they're not in the honors college, what happens is that they come to school, they go to class, and then they leave.
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
And that was honestly me in like my previous like institution, because I'm a transfer student. I came from Miami-Dade College.
Go Sharks.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, that's not Sharks. That's Gated.
No.
What Sharks?
I don't know what the Sharks
Okay,
is,
well.
but go Sharks. But I was pretty much doing that. Like I did online classes, and I never was on campus. I went to my graduation and I didn't know anyone.
Wow.
Or I wasn't involved.
That's crazy.
I was just like literally in my house doing homework and like working, doing my sport, whatever. So for me, it was like very important. Like I knew I wanted to get involved. I knew I wanted to be part of the honors college. And I think it's helped me a lot. I've met so many people just in the honors college before I even got involved in other organizations or whatever. So I think that what you were saying about, the honors college, just even building community and just like building people that you know is very important.
Well, and Miami-Dade has an honors college too, but the vibe is super different, right?
I didn't get to join because I was a dual enrollment student.
Ooh.
So they didn't accept me.
But the vibe in itself, like Miami-Dade honors, like not the honors college per se, but like the school itself, it was super different. Like from what I've heard, I'm not interested.
The student life is just a little bit different from FIU.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't on campus too much, so I can't say too much.
But that's the thing. At FIU, it's so different, and the opportunities here are so much greater than different institutions. I think why not just go ahead and be a part of it and take full reign of it.
All right, so now we're getting near to the end of the episode.
So sad.
So sad. But let's finish off this episode with what advice would you give to honors college students?
This is a good one. So if I had to talk to myself 2 years ago when I was going into the honors college, I would say keep an open mind towards everyone. You never know who you're going to talk to, who you're ever going to meet, what direction they're going to be heading. So continue to, make those relationships, even if, they're not maybe your cup of tea, they're not your preference. Keep that door open. It never hurts to keep that door open with that person. So that's the first thing. I would say the second thing is get involved on campus. I think getting involved on campus your first 2 years of college is the best thing you could do. It's going to make you a better all-around person. It's going to make your college experience better, because when you look back, you're going to be able to say, wow, like, I did this and I did that. I did a podcast with the honors college. You have all these different experiences, and it makes you a more well-rounded person. So that when you move into like your professional career, those skills will translate. The things that you learn and the way you manage people, you're going to come across so many people if you get involved, and so many different personality types that when you get into the workforce and when you get into whatever you want to get into, you're going to be able to say like, oh, like I've seen that personality before, and I know how to manage that, and I know how to manage that relationship with people. So I would say, keep an open mind on everybody. Get involved on campus. Don't be afraid to go ahead and... College is a time where you get to go ahead and, develop yourself. And you could be a totally different person. Like, you could...
Yes, that is so true. Like, you can come in, like, thinking one way or, like, being, like, one way, and then you come out completely different. You're a whole new person.
Yeah, and I think that's the point. The point is for you... I always view college as, like the mental gym. You go in, you did high school, so you have a certain foundation of education. Then you come into college, and you're just pumping that brain to go ahead and learn about. And part of it is learning about yourself. Taking these courses, doing the study abroad. I learned more about myself and different things I liked. I learned what it was like to travel amongst a group of college students my age, and what that looks like, and what are my preferences, and what do I like to go eat. When I'm out there by myself and I'm not traveling with my parents. Those type of experiences, get to help you in the future. So getting involved, keeping an open mind on everybody, putting yourself out there, inserting yourselves into different places and different spaces that you wouldn't be maybe comfortable with, I think is a great thing. So that's my advice to my younger self and to any other incoming honors college student.
Okay, so I think that's a great way to end the podcast today. Thank you so much for sharing your story and your experience, and for being here. You're very busy, so I'm glad that, you can make the time to be here.
I'm busy, but if you ever see me in GC, if you ever see me anywhere in the honors college, any building, it's okay. Just come up to me, talk to me. Hey, I saw you over here. I know you from over here. It doesn't matter to me. You can catch me off guard. I'm never off guard, actually. So I'm always just ready. But you can always just go ahead and talk to me. I'm always available, and it's been a pleasure. This has been fantastic. Yes. And I'm very appreciative of this opportunity, my son.
Oh,
So
thank you. And it's also like very inspiring to see students like yourself just making such an impact around a campus.
likewise.
So it was a pleasure to do this podcast today. And to all of our listeners who are interested in the Honors College, remember, you can always find us on our website, and also like check out all the fun, cool courses that the Honors College provides, and programs and the opportunities and the study abroad. Like, there's so many things that the Honors College can do for you and provides. So reach out to the Honors College or just do your own research, but I encourage you to really look into it and apply if you haven't. And yeah, so obviously I can't end the podcast without telling you where to follow us, where to find us, all the socials.
Tell them.
Yeah. So you can find our podcast on Spotify at FIU Honors Panthers Unleashed. And you can find our YouTube and Instagram under FIU Honors College. And obviously subscribe, follow, give us a good rating, right? Make sure that you turn off those notifications so that you don't miss any future episodes like this one. And yeah, pretty much it. Always follow the Panthers Instagram, the FIU Honors Instagram, so you can stay in touch with all the fun events that we plan and all the cool stuff that we do. So as always, thank you for watching, and
Pause up.